Hello Hearthstone fans and welcome to the Skype One Nation of Gamers Hearthstone Academy Daily Recap for December 12th. I'm Astrogation joined by Ray C, and we're here on behalf of Gamer Sensei, and we'll be bringing you a daily summary of questions and discussion topics from the Hearthstone Academy Skype group. If you're looking for other passionate players to chat with about Hearthstone, you can join the group by simply adding Gaming with Skype on your Skype account. You'll be entered to win a coaching lesson from either Strife Core or Frozen, taking place on December 13th and 15th, as well as other giveaways. By the way, that's actually tomorrow, so get in there. You can actually still win. Check out skype.onog.gg for more details. Our first topic today is why aren't Grimy Goons viable? You know, Blizzard tried to create this whole hand buffing concept, and it appealed to a certain demographic of people who enjoyed those type of mechanics, but they just aren't viable right now. Why is that, Racy?
Well, the Grimy Goons mechanic, although it is very fun to kind of set up like a long game, like buff your big creatures, make big creatures, it's just too slow right now in this metagame. The metagame is basically revolving around patches, and that's kind of crazy to think about, that the metagame's revolving around one card, but it's kind of true. And patches is so fast, like all the decks that play it are so fast that by the time you actually set up anything big enough to contest like the board or like put on pressure or anything like that, you're probably already dead. There's just no time to make big dudes right now. There's just no time for slow combo-y decks unless you're playing Reno or like something that can completely dismantle aggro, and the Grimy Goons doesn't really do that well. They're just kind of doing their own thing, and it's just too slow. It's kind of sad to see happen because Blizzard put a lot of effort into the Grimy Goons mechanic, and I hope that in the future it will be viable. But right now, it's just not. What do you think about that, Astro?
Yeah, it's kind of interesting, right? They printed patches at the same time as Grimy Goons, and that's they kind of contradict each other in a bit. So you're right. Yeah, the meta right now revolves around patches as well as Reno, and the thing is, like, even if you buff your minions and you play them against Reno. Right? Reno has really good tools to deal with buffed minions. They have a lot of AoE. They have really good single target removal. A lot of Reno locks are running Soulfire. Some of them even Blast Crystal Potion. They got Siphon Soul. So if you make one big minion, that deals with it.
Yeah.
If you make and if you're like a Paladin version where you're like buffing a lot of small minions, well, they've got Demon Wrath, Hellfire, which still deals with your
and
boards.
Shadow Flame.
They still deal with your boards, very effectively. So it's just every popular deck has a way to combat it very effectively. So yeah, I don't know, I'm also very sad about it.
It seems a bit counterintuitive, but maybe it's going to be good in the future. And we see that happen a lot, where cards are printed and their potential is kind of neutered when they first come out. But in the future, once some stuff rotates, maybe we'll see it just become really, really strong, and it'll become a key part of the metagame in the future.
Mm-hmm. Oh, like, one example I can give for that was, I remember when Alex Strauss's champion first came out, and there weren't as many dragons at the time, so then it wasn't really, like, that good. It's still a 2-mana 3/3 charge, but it wasn't good. Nobody was playing it when it first came out, but then once, like, people figured out what Dragon Warrior could do, then it kind of, it took some time for that to develop. Maybe, like, in a next set, Grimy Goons gets better tools, and then we can see it, like, flourish, but for now, well, sad times for Grimy Goons. Our second topic today is how to beat Reno, right? Because we've actually just seen, just yesterday, or within the last couple of days, multiple people have taken rank 1 legend on both North America and Europe with Reno Lock. And this is, like, kind of cool because, well, it's not unexpected. People have been taking it earlier when this new set first came out, but we were having it happen on multiple servers simultaneously now. So tell me, what are your thoughts on how maybe you should combat this, since you're probably going to be running into a lot of Renos now?
Yeah, so one way to combat Reno is just think about, like, what cards are good against it. Like, if you're playing a mid-range Shaman, you can tech in cards like Bloodlust. If you're playing Pirate Warrior, I guess, you just don't want to have anything slow. You just want to be getting there all the time. Like, you don't want to be messing around with stuff like acidic swamp ooze anymore, like some people were doing in the past. You just kind of want to play cards that just kill your opponent fast or have very big burst turns. You don't really want to be touching decks like, I don't know, Dragon Priest and stuff, and mid-rangey decks that just don't have any good burst because it feels really weak. Even like Pirate or Rogue, Cold Blood is usually enough burst to get there. Reno has a really hard time dealing with very strong early game. Or you can just revolve your strategy around beating Reno. Like, say you have a mulligan strategy of going for Van Cleef, and if you get there and you have the counterfeit coin, you go turn 2, you make like a 6/6 or an 8/8 Van Cleef. That's usually going to get you there because Reno doesn't have good answers to big minions in the early game, outside of maybe like Blast Crystal Potion.
Yeah, which actually people are even starting to tech in, so it just seems like Reno might have an answer to everything, but you're right. If you play like an 8/8 Edwin on turn 2, that'll usually get in like 16 damage.
Yeah, and I think we might see like Pirate Warrior start to come back a little if Reno gets even more popular because it's slightly faster than the aggro shamans. I'm not sure though, that's kind of hard to say. But I could see it happening with the way that this metagame's evolving.
Yeah, I think, yeah, in terms of, you talked about decks teching and stuff, like aggro shaman teching and Doomhammer would actually give them more reach, more burst reach. But also, I think, yeah, I think you got starting with class archetypes, right? You want to be playing decks like Rogue, right? Rogue's a natural counter to Arena Lock. I think Mali Kundruid is also another good one because the Mali goes first. Is one way you can finish them off, and of course you have the amazing Druid starts too. You go Wild Growth, play some Mire Keepers, Nourish, you know. You do all those Druid things, but also Jade Druid too. You can play Jade Druid, kind of just snowball off of some early Jade creatures, get to that Auctioneer Jade Idol cycle turn where like you just can kind of have enough resources to just like beat the Reno through everything, beat it through the Siphon Soul, the Shadow Flame, the Twisting Nether, still have those Jade Idols ready to refill. Those are a couple of ways you can go around trying to beat Reno. Again, either play a good archetype or tech an even-ish archetype to be better.
Yeah, you can even play cards like Emperor and Emperor Thorsen and Druid, so that way you can get an insane gadgets in turn and just make so many Jade Idols and just draw so many cards that Reno can never get back into the game.
Thanks to everyone in the Hearthstone Academy Skype group who participated, and if you love Hearthstone, we'd love to have you join the conversation. Simply add Gaming with Skype on Skype, and you'll be added to the Hearthstone Academy Skype group. Get in there and participate, and your discussion topics may be selected for tomorrow's episode. If you're interested in joining the best esports coaching platform in the world, where you can get coached by myself, RaceC, and a number of other amazing senseis, make sure you sign up for Gamer Sensei using the promo code ONENATION for 25% off. That's ONENATION, all caps, all letters, no space. And also, don't forget to tune in tomorrow and the 15th for the coaching streams with both Strive Crow and Frozen as well. See you tomorrow.